You're back. Someone was not sleeping, and someone finally fell asleep after an hour. Look at those swords! Hi, guys. Hi. I'm tired. I don't know if I will be able to switch between um, React and Python, and yeah. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes tonight, guys. Yeah, we'll see how this goes tonight. Okay, hold on. Pause this. Let's pause this. See any of that, and then streaming. I don't even remember how to stream. I don't remember how to stream. How is everyone today? How is everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Okay. Hi, Misty. Oh my goodness. Look at all of those swords. Love. Hey. Doing better now. Did baby stop crying? Hold on. I hear a dog outside. Absolute meltdown. Oh no. Oh no. Is it the first time baby has had a meltdown? Okay, guys. First time for going to bed. He wasn't ready to go to sleep. You were logged out? What do you mean? Oh, when you tried to get first? Oh. Next time, Misty, next time. Okay. Okay, guys. So I need to look up how to use a deck. Okay, let's see, guys. How to use a deck. Python. So here's the plan, guys. Here's the plan. So I've been studying React the past 2 nights. Like I got nothing done. I got nothing done the past week. It's been rough. It's been rough, guys. Baby definitely. Well, we definitely know that all of her molars, I think, are coming in all at once. Fun times, right? So we definitely know her molars are coming in. And then I think she's going through a developmental leap as well. Like her talking and her complex sentences has just like exploded. Exploded. She's asking questions now. She's solving puzzles for like 4 and 5 years old, 4 and 5 year olds. So definitely developmental leap. She's also making friends. Like she hangs out with or like yeah, she has a good friend at school. So I think, and this is a baby who like has been velcro to me for the longest time. Will not say hi to anyone. um is she learning C? She'll learn C when I get a job as a software engineer. How does that sound? Does that sound fair? Does that sound fair? Um, okay, guys. But so I need to figure out how I'm going to approach this. I kind of want to just use recursion. I kind of just want to use recursion. But I also know like learning how to use a deck would be very, very helpful for me. Like I really do think learning how to use a deck, use a deck would be helpful to me. But also, guys, React is really interesting. Like really, really interesting. Um, I yeah, I'm actually a little bit sad. It took me this long to start deck Q. No. No. Google says it's deck. Deck. Oh, whoops. That wasn't what I meant to do. Oh wait, yes it was. Yes it was. Okay, okay, okay. No, no, no. That was what I meant to do. That was what I meant to do. Okay. Deck Q. Okay. See, also, hi senpai. I get See, there was this debate on my stream a couple of weeks ago because I thought it was DQ. But other people are saying that it's deck. So, and there are people that I trust. What, DQ or deck? Pronounce. How to pronounce? The data structure deck is typically pronounced deck, like a deck of cards. Because it helps differentiate it from the verb DQ, which means to remove an item from a queue. Because I'm trying to do a double-ended queue, which is DEQUE. So that actually makes sense why it would be deck versus DEQUEUE. Okay, so we're talking about two different things. So I'm talking about a deck, which is double-ended queue. I'm not talking about DQing. An item in an array. Google says it's pronounced deck. While less common and often causing confusion, some people may pronounce it DQ or DQ. However, this can be ambiguous and is generally discouraged to avoid misinterpreting the word as the verb DQ. So, like I said, I had this conversation a few weeks ago when we were talking about my approach to Minesweeper, and I trust Misty, I trust Turing. So that's why I say deck, because from my from what I was told from people I trust to know what they're doing. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, So a deck stands for double-ended queue. Okay, first in, first out. So pen left, pop left, rotate. Okay. Input restricted. Pretty sure even Python explicitly show its pronunciation. Ah, see? For once, I retained knowledge. I retained some knowledge, guys. Just kidding. Man, baby is moving around. I don't know how long she's gonna stay asleep tonight, guys. Also, it's in double-ended queue. Okay. Also, I don't know if you guys saw or if I told you guys last week. So I killed my sourdough starter. Yeah, I killed my sourdough starter. It ended up with mold on it. It was living in my fridge for like, it wasn't even living in my fridge for that long. I've kept my sourdough starter longer in the fridge, but I think because I was doing a stiff starter and then it just, yeah, it slowed down too much because of the stiff starter, and I didn't leave it out enough for the yeast to like. Anyways, so I've been working this week to try and start another sourdough starter, and right now I did two experiments, one with whole wheat flour and one with white flour, and I think both are somewhat successful, but one of them was a little bit questionable today. I'm not sure if it was okay to use, so we're gonna find out tomorrow. But yeah, so my your Costco flowers as in blooming flowers or flowers for baking? Okay. So it supports types. Okay. Append adds X to the right end of the queue. Okay. Append left adds X to the left end of the deck. Removes and returns an element from the right end of the deck. Okay, so my idea is we have a space. Oops. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. Hi, Ferdroid. How are you? Huh. Podbot doesn't seem to be working right now. Give me a second. Streamlabs. I don't know why Streamlabs turns Cloudbot off for me. Oh no, it's working. But it's not. It's working, but it's not. Interesting. Interesting. Is it because... No? Hmm. It was working last week. Oh, wait. Was it working last week? Do you guys remember if Cloudbot was working with my rebrand? Might not have been. No, it was. Okay. Let's see. Backseat. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So. I have one, just not fully functional. So many things I need to get done. Okay, there we go. Okay, so. Okay, so we have. Okay, so we have this space, right? I don't like that. Okay. We have a space, right? This space right here. So we're going to call this 0, 0. So this is going to be rows is first, right? So this would be 1, 0. This would be -1, 0. This would be 0, 1. And this would be 0, 1. Oh. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. And then this would be 1, 1, and this would be, yeah, because I want to make sure. I mean, do I need this? Okay, I guess the question is, do I need this? I don't know if I need this. Because it'll overlap. No, but this will overlap too. Hi, time. CodeJam doesn't work because I changed my name. Wait, do I still have it on update title? Oh, I still have it on. Okay. There we go. Update all. Okay, now it's gone. Now it's gone. What's the story with the name change? Ambivalent Bunny just didn't seem to fit me anymore. I've been wanting to change my name for a while, but I haven't been able to, one, commit, and two, figure out a name I liked enough that kind of conveyed what I feel like where I am in life right now. Um, but I kind of was like, I feel like Bunny Bites kind of, I was thinking bites of bunny originally, like bits of my life, because on Instagram I don't really share much coding stuff. I share like my life stuff. And then like YouTube, I want to not just share coding stuff. I also want to share like my art and my knitting stuff, But I also am kind of like hesitant to do such a wide variety on YouTube. On here, I also used to do art and I crochet. Are you? Oh my gosh. Thank you for reminding me. I have to mend one of Baby Bunny's really cute rompers. She's been an interesting character recently. So she literally just took her pants or the romper, put it in her mouth and just pulled and like made this giant hole in her pants, and they're really cute pants, okay? Like it's really cute romper. It's yeah, like it's one of her nice cute rompers, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh." Ah, you know the math equation and all that good stuff for circle skirts, right? It depends on what you want. If you want it flowy, if you want it like more structured, um, if you want it breathable, if you want it, yeah, like it depends on what you want. Flowy, so rayon can be good, but also just double check. It could be some rayon can be uh itchy too. And like the texture of rayon is interesting too. It's sometimes really soft and sometimes not. So if you're gonna order fabric online, make sure to order swatches first to make sure that it's the type of fabric you want. Um ah, please, 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 can I see the finished project? I want to sew again too, but there's so much stuff I need to do in the next like 3 weeks. If I wasn't if I wasn't putting so much pressure on myself, I think for one, getting out a video every week for YouTube, and two, knowing enough for this job I'm applying for, I think I would be like, okay, I'm not gonna code today. I'm just gonna sew. But yeah, here I am. Okay, so we have 0, 0, and we check if that's a mine, right? And then it's the React, it's the general front end, the general junior front end um position that my friend gave me a heads up that his company is going to be posting it in like 2 to 3 weeks. So I should learn React. um, so there's that. Um, Besides that, I don't know too much. I know what company, but I'm not gonna say what company. Um, until maybe I get the job, knock on wood. I'm being very positive right now. I'm gonna get the job. Just kidding. I'm looking small steps if I get the interview. If I get the interview. Yeah, so it's that, but that's why I've been going through the crash course of React. Um, and then I figure I do the Minesweeper, like figure out all the logic again with the deck and all that good stuff, and then build it front end um, using React. And then I know storing it using front end means that I'll have to store the mines in the in the script. But you know what? This is just for developmental purposes, so I don't think it matters. It's not like I'm gonna have a leaderboard or anything like that for my current thing. Okay. Anyways, so append. Okay, so let me figure out how I want this to work. So we have this, and we're going to go out. So we check. Hi, Goda, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. But hello, Goda. Welcome in. Welcome in. Where's my focus? Oh, there's my focus. Okay. Only Aman. Okay. Welcome in, Aman. Okay, anyways, I'm going to focus. Be right back, guys. Okay, so I want... see. I want... user move is 0, 0. If not a mine... we want to... need to check the surrounding. Need to check the surrounding spaces. I need to check corners. How do I get the number? Okay, so if... okay, so... oh my god, okay. Such a focus mode fail. I don't have an overlocker though, so I just saw Misty type something and I was just like, we were just talking about sewing. So I wanna go back to that. Okay. So you don't need... oh wait, you're using stretchy fabric. Okay. If you're using stretchy fabric, you don't necessarily need a serger or overlocker. You just use the zigzag stitch, and then you would want to, again, do zigzag close to the edge as well. But yeah, just an FYI, is this your first sewing project? Because stretchy fabric is actually one of the more difficult fabrics to work with. Okay. So you have sewn before. Okay. Yeah, stretchy fabric is one of the more difficult fabrics to sew with, I feel like. It's not very forgiving. Okay. I want to see the fabric too. I bet it's going to be so pretty. Yeah, I can't wait to see the fabric. I can't wait to see the finished product. Oh my goodness. And then are you gonna do just a elastic waistband? Or are you gonna do zipper, or what are you planning on doing with that? Okay, but I am going to focus now and I will not look at chat. Okay? I will not look at chat. I will talk about sewing when I come back. Okay, so do I need to check corners? How do I get the number? Mine's width. Okay, so user move is 0. Add to deck to check. Add to deck to check. Remove. Mine. Move my space we just check. Okay, so if I do a second array, yeah, I don't understand how to do the two boards. Just checked. Based. Okay, if not mind, need to check. Move to next space. Repeat. But we do need to figure out how to check the numbers though, because so this is where I used recursion originally. This is where I used recursion originally, and that's how I found how many mines it was touching. But we would have to, I guess, we would have to check the surrounding spaces if there are mines. It uncovers, it print, or it, okay, sorry. Remove space we just checked. Assign value in to the array or on board. So actually we would want to do that before. So we would want to reassign the value on the board. And then basically if no mines are touching it, then base. Okay, so I'm gonna have to draw this out. Okay, so okay, so I seen somewhere and use that and it looks cool. Hi Ashley. No, I'm trying to figure out how to use deck or how to use a deck to check the spaces for Minesweeper. The thing is, the only information I have is where the mines are. Why am I coding so late? Because I have a kid and I don't get much time to code during the day, so I spend most of my nights studying. So I'm either streaming or else I'm studying. Yeah. Yeah. How are you, Ashley? How are you, Kaizen? Welcome in. Okay. So, hi, Chris. Are we still applying? We are. I just applied to like 10 jobs this past week. I did hear back from one, except then I was like, this email looks very sus. So I looked up the company, and apparently it is a company that masquerades as though they're hiring a tech company, but they're actually a recruiting firm or recruiting company. And the thing is, though, according to reviews, like they're a paid recruiting company. So it's like, oh, your skills. Sure. I will try that one. Wait, hybrid, but where are they located? Hold on, hold on. Locations. Uh, it doesn't say where their locations are. Yeah, so it's like a recruiting company, but it's not it's it's one of those ones where it's not like, oh, it's not a temp type thing, but I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, the reviews are basically like, yeah, I had a call with one of the senior recruiters, and I was asking questions, and he basically got really mad at me and hung up on me, or else like other reviews are like they're super aggressive trying to get you to buy their program on. And yeah, so it they masquerade as a recruiting company, but it sounds more like a pyramid scheme sales thing. Hi, Res. I agree, Kaizen, that recruiting companies do help. Um, yeah, Chris, I am. No, it's not even courses like boot camps. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Like even temp agencies, you don't pay. They take from your wages, like they get a percentage from wages, or else they get paid from the company. You don't pay the temp agency. Hi, Too Woke. Like this, I had responded, and then I was like, this seems so sketchy. So then I just Googled it, and I was like, of course, it is sketchy because everyone else got the exact same email. No, it's not like a boot camp. I don't even know how to explain it. One, I haven't heard back from them since I, but it doesn't even sound like from the reviews on Reddit and Google, it doesn't even sound like it's actually a thing. It's not like a course or anything like that. Um it's more just again a pyramid scheme or like just sales and preying on the people that are desperate for a job, because the people that are desperate for a job will probably pay if they're given like these grandiose promises. Yeah, unfortunately, the plant game does not work right now because I did change my name. Yeah, I rebranded last week. I changed everything. I changed my, oh, I did not change leak code. Hmm. But I changed GitHub, I changed Instagram, I changed YouTube, I changed Discord, I changed Twitch, I changed, what else did I change? I think that's it. Thanks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Chris, not unfortunately, but yeah, I'm not willing to relocate. I have baby bunny, and hubs, and we're situated. Yeah, I'm going to apply. I'm gonna apply. Thanks, Chris. But I'm gonna do it off stream. Awesome, awesome. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, if they have Bay Area locations, then perfect. Um, but yeah, like looking at the compensation too, it's again good for somebody who has absolutely no um experience, but it's not enough to get me to relocate. Yeah, it's which? What's which? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm willing to work for peanuts as long as it covers baby's childcare. I'm Oh, okay, okay. Like as long as it covers baby's childcare, then doesn't matter. Even if it's like I have to stick with it for 2 years and not like, yeah, to me, that experience is worth it as opposed to like trying to land a entry level junior level job with for 150,000 with no experience. Winky! Oh. Kaizen, like yes, but also no, not if we're paying for childcare. Like that. Oh, please don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Okay, okay, okay. Anyways, so how do I figure out the number of mines touched? And if actually, oh, uh, hmm. So I will need this. Okay, so I will need this. So this is, oh wait, sorry. This is -1. Okay, so this is -1, -1. This is uh -1, 1. This is 1, 1, and this is 1, -1. Okay, so Space. Check. Hi, Zayo. How are you? Okay, so user. I just realized you guys probably can't see that. Right. Is that better? Okay. Oh, and focus mode is still on, so let's turn that off. Okay, so... But also, Chris, I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Okay, so... I am trying to figure out how I want to approach checking checking the spaces. Trying to think. Okay, so we have... Oh gosh, I think I hear her. Okay. Knock on wood. She's still asleep. She's still asleep, guys. Okay, so let's say I have a mine right here, okay? Or actually... No, let's say I have a mine... right here. Okay, so we check this space, right? So we check this space. There is no mine. So then we check this space and this space, right? There's no mine. There's nothing. Okay. So then we would check this and then this. So there's nothing here. There's nothing. There is. So this would now become 1. Okay, so now that becomes 1. Okay, and then, so there's nothing here. There's nothing here. So then we check. And then this has already been checked. So we don't need to check it, right? So then we go here and here. Okay, so here there's nothing. So we would go up here and over here. So there's nothing here. And then this is 1, right? So since there's nothing here, we check up here. And this is also 1. Okay, and then, so we're here. Am I calculating the number after each user move? No. Wait, what? This is 1 move. So this was the first move right here. Right here was the first move. So we're going through the program how it would remove the spaces. Okay, so we check here. This is nothing. So we would check here and here. So since this is also nothing, but then this is 1. This is nothing, so we would still check here 1. Okay, so I don't think I need the corners. I think I only need this. No, I would need the corners because let's say there was a bomb here. Okay, so let's say there's a bomb here, right? If we check this one and we didn't continue on, then that means this doesn't get uncovered. So we do have to check the corners. Man, guys, I should have just stuck with how I did it the first time. I feel like I'm just getting more and more confused. Okay, so do I need to check the corners? I feel like the corners are edge cases. So basically, if actually, because these don't get uncovered. These don't get uncovered. Just this gets uncovered. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, so let's say we have a bomb still right here, right? Okay, so there's the mine. First person's move is right here. Okay, if we do not check the corners, okay, so this is a 1. Oh, wait. Okay, so if this is a 1, we only uncover 1. Okay, so then the user does the next move. And then let's say it's right here. Okay, so we've already uncovered that one. Sorry, this is supposed to be 1. So this is supposed to be 1. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, so this is supposed to be 1. Okay, so this is the next move, right? So up here is already checked, so we don't have to worry about that. So we go left. This is empty. Okay, let's say that there's a mine right here too. Okay. Let's just say there's a mine. See what happens. Okay. So this is empty. So we go up here. We add this and this to the queue. So we check this. This is empty as well. So we would add this one to the queue. So these are 1, right? Okay, so now we go this way as well. We had added this to the queue. Then we go, this is empty. Then we go up. This is also empty. And then this is a 1. So then how would I figure that out? How would I figure that out is the question. Okay, so this is 1 plus 1, but that's not necessarily the case because the mine could be over here. So yeah, I do think we have to check the corners. Okay, yeah. So I think we have to check the corners. So we're going to check the corners as well. And then we're going to basically and then this would be 2. Okay. Okay, I think I'm okay. So, in my mind, I'm checking one space and then I'm checking all. They're all supposed to get revealed. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Cuz my original way was like, "Oh, I don't need corners," but then yeah, so I have it here. I was just trying to walk through and visualize. um, okay. So basically, okay, so code. Um, I think we would loop through, right? While okay. Actually, doesn't matter. Let's figure out the core components. So we have the user move, right? So user move equals coordinate, right? Check if user move is mine. I know I already wrote this, but I'm gonna hit a focus mode, guys. I'm gonna hit a focus mode and I'll be right back, okay? Sorry guys. I wanna be as productive as I can today. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, check if user move is mine. Okay, so if not, is mine. Is not mine. Okay, so if it's not a mine, we would let's okay, so if it's not a mine, find check spaces around, which would be -1 -1. Okay, so it would be total of 6, 8 spaces. If any spaces are mine. A mine. Or actually find how many mines are touching space. Okay, so check total spaces, find how many mines are touching the space. If no mines add all I'm sorry I broke your script. But I'm glad you figured it out. And just kidding, focus mode fail again. Wow, I have failed focus mode twice tonight. Okay, back to focus mode. Let's restart. Okay, if no mines add all spaces to deck. Isn't this still recursion? Oh, I guess it's while length of deck. Okay. Okay. Just kidding. Is not 0. So while length of so basically while deck. So while deck and then it goes back up. So we're just gonna keep looping. So we're not using recursion, we're just gonna keep looping. If mines replace board on 2D array. Okay. If mines, then place number of mines on 2D array. Okay. In a space. Okay. Okay, so okay, so we're going to have so self Yeah, I know my code is kind of funky right now, but it's fine. Self dot. Back. I guess I don't need it here. I don't need it up there. I just need it here. Oops. Hold on. Define. Okay, so define. Check. Move. Self. And we're going to do... So if self dot user in mines self dot mines set, let's do not. Okay. Marsuvius Vex. Thanks so much for the raid. So Zeote, I did recursion on my original version, but some community members recommended that I try. Some community members that have been mentoring me recommended using deck, so I'm just trying to figure that out right now. We could also not do. And speak of the not. Speaking of which, hi Turing. I'm not using recursion. I'm not using recursion. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay, so in mindset. Spaces equals deck. Ah. Okay, wait, Turing. While you're here, can you look at my pseudocode and tell me if it kind of makes sense while I go deal with... Oh gosh. Okay. Be right back. You can go back. You can go back. But yes, it was. I realized that after I left. But I was stuck under the baby, so. Oh my gosh, I didn't rebrand my starting soon screen either, apparently. Fail. Fail, fail, fail. Okay, 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 okay. Um, okay, so we want to find I know. Actually, can I change my username in leak code? See, here I am getting distracted again. And I change my name. Setting. Basic info. I think there we go. Okay, leak code is changed. Okay. Um Okay, so user move. So if I remember correctly, okay, perfect. So self.user has been cleaned into a tuple. Um, let's actually random. Self that. Okay, there we go. So that is working. Avoid that 9. Oh, wait. No, I won't forget to change it, but noted. 0 and then 5, 1. Yeah, I won't forget to change it because there's gonna be beginner, intermediate, advanced levels. So right now this is hard coded, but eventually it'll not be. Okay, so we would want to find wait, so that would be it would be the spaces that are not mines or numbers. And Misty comes out of nowhere. One. uh, uh, okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Hi, Crayon. Okay, then that would be... Oh, wait. Hold on. -1, 0, 1. Okay, so this is the spaces I need. Or surrounding. So... Oh, wait. I did some weird stuff to make it overwrite the board every loop too. Okay, so I could have sworn I... Okay, so... Okay, so I had a dictionary with the numbers and the spaces. And basically, if it was not in the space, it was a blank. Right? Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I don't remember. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. Oh, what was it called? You said cursor, right? Oops. Okay, so this is how I did it originally. Okay, dictionary. Oopsies. Huh. Okay. I want to place numbers. Okay, so this is what I did originally. I had a dictionary. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so I had a dictionary of the numbers already. So I didn't use a set. I didn't have two boards though. I only had one board. Okay. Okay, so that clears it up so much more. Fudge. But
Okay, my baby is awake again. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, 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 okay. Hey!
I Okay, guys. Wow, thank you so much for the raid. However, I don't know if I convinced her to lay back down and I told her I was getting ready for bed. So I think I've bought myself 10 minutes. Thanks so much for the raid. Um, I actually missed leak code. uh, and did you get a lot done tonight though? Okay. So what was the somebody asked something. what was the purpose of the dictionary? So the purpose of the dictionary was it kept track um of the number. So like 2 1, if you look here, it keeps track of how many mines are touching it and the mines itself. So I think I'm going to do. Oh, wait, I think I did House Robber 3. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did I? No, I only did House Robber. I only did House Robber. Okay, House Robber 3. Well, Bunny Bites is no longer ambivalent. But yes, I do remember doing House Robber 1. I think it was like one of my first leak codes. Oh, and I did it? Huh. Interesting. I don't remember doing this, but okay. I know, but I think I'm gonna have to end soon. Yeah. Or rather, I hope that people don't find me ambivalent or like aren't ambivalent towards me anymore. Yes, because if you don't place it in, then that's part of Minesweeper. Okay, so I think I'm gonna approach it the same way. Did I actually do recursion? Okay, yeah, I did do recursion. Okay. Okay, so I think I am going to go back to this one where I did the dictionary of the mines and the numbers because that would be make a lot more sense to use a deck as opposed to, so I didn't actually keep recursion. Does it have to be a dictionary? No, I didn't use, well, I used recursion, but I'm not going to use recursion this time. But does it have to be a dictionary? Well, I want to store the coordinates and the number. Thanks so much for the follow, Unstable. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna approach it this way where I create a dictionary of the mines and then the numbers surrounding the mines. But the coordinates are just the indices in the matrix, right? But the way that I'm approaching it now is I'm finding the numbers as I'm uncovering. So this was my second board. I didn't bother with the blank spaces on my second board.
So I only stored the information that I specifically needed. Because I don't need to store the blank spaces. Yeah, so I have this output board, or I had. So again, this is my original code. So I had this output board, right? So that was the board. And then this was yeah, so the way I'm going to approach this is I'm going to use the deck, but I'm going to basically check, okay, if this isn't a mine or a number, then I find the surrounding spaces and I add that to the deck. And then I check the deck. And then I go through the deck for each one. So it would basically be like a while loop. But then if I store this, this would be a lot easier to check as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But unfortunately, I do have to. Baby is definitely moving around. Okay. So at least I have a clearer approach on what I'm planning on doing. So I am going to delete this. Okay, and then so instead of a dictionary, or instead of a set, I'm just gonna do dictionary. If the key is not in the dictionary, then yeah. So I think that'll work the same, because basically I'm looking up each, and then if it's not in the dictionary, then we know it's a blank space. Because if I do a second board, I would still have to take into account that my board is going through the blank spaces too. And yeah, I get that. I know that you keep mentioning a second board, but to me, it doesn't make sense why I would create a whole second board when I can just log the information I need, instead of having to take into account the empty spaces too. Since if I do the I don't know, like, I'm not doing a second board. I'm not doing a second board, okay? So like, I know people, you keep saying just do a second board, like a second board. This, and people have mentioned it in previous streams too, but I cannot wrap my head around a second board. And I've said that before as well. So I'm gonna just do the dictionary. I think I do want to do a deck, but I think I was trying to, yeah, I don't know. Hi, Backspace. Well, I don't know what's better. I just know what makes sense in my head. Yeah, I don't know what's better. I know, new name. Who dis? Who dis? But anyways, guys, I don't think baby's gonna last much longer. So Basically, basically, guys, I'm at I'm getting an hour. An hour after she falls asleep, I get an hour before she wakes up again. And then she'll wake up again and again and again and again. Again. Oh my god. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. This makes sense to me. This makes sense to me now. Because then if they place an X, we check. We first check the flag. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Hi, Josh. How old is she? She's under 3. But she's always been a really low sleep needs kid. Um, like she was down to 1 nap before she was even a year old. So yeah, she's always been low sleep needs. She fights her naps most days. Okay, but I gotta go. I gotta go, guys. I'll work more on this. Um, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put out another Minesweeper video this week. Um, it might be a couple of weeks before another Minesweeper comes out, but oh yeah, for those who don't know, I am now um posting videos on YouTube. I have a fun one. I have a fun one. I have a fun one coming out this week. It's my toddler coding series. So I have that video, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get any other videos done for a couple of weeks. Um, just an update. I'm gonna be working a lot on React because I'm applying to a front end position and I have a referral, so I figure I shouldn't just blindly apply. I should actually kind of know what they are expecting. So, I'll be doing that a lot. But I will come back to do this because I do want to get this done so that I can use the Minesweeper game to build in React. Well, this one does work, guys. So this one does work. Here. Watch. Watch. Okay, guys. I've built Minesweeper before. Hi, Sputnik. I've built Minesweeper before. And then 3, 3. Okay, and then 7, 7. Oh my gosh, really? 4, 6. Game over. Okay. Well, that didn't really help. Okay, let's do beginner then. Oh my gosh. Seriously, guys. There we go. See, and then I can place a flag as well. Wow. Okay. 4, 4? Really? I'm so confused. Okay, here. 9, 9. Sorry, 8, 8. There we go. So there's the flag. Yeah, so it works. And then if I try to uncover it now, my game yells at me. So, like, I've written Oh, rewriting it without recursion. I didn't look at my code originally. I was trying to figure out how to do it. But then like I think as I wanted to originally use a dictionary, but then people were like, do you need a dictionary? And then I second guessed myself, and then I used a set instead because I forgot that I had used the dictionary to keep track of the numbers as well. So, so yeah, we're gonna go back to the dictionary, and then I'm going to rewrite it with deck instead of recursion. Is that like, is that recursion? I think that's recursion, right? Breath first search? Does it use recursion? Or am I trying to approach it with breath? Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to approach it without using recursion now. Okay, so it doesn't require recursion. Okay. I think my brain is not handling this right now. I have prepossessing eyes. What does that mean? Or a deck. Okay. So I can use a deck for breath first search. Sounds good. Sounds good. What does prepossessing eyes mean? What does that mean? Okay, guys, though. Um, I'm gonna uh maybe off stream. Okay, but I'm going to log off. I feel like I should raid someone. Yeah. I had a name change last week. uh, okay, hold on. Twitch. Is there anyone streaming right now that I know? Oh. Okay. I haven't seen RW Grin on for a while. So we're gonna raid him. Okay, so raid follower, raid sub. Oh, crud. Dang it. Okay, hold on, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Any plans of teaching online? Are you talking to me? I'm not well versed enough in in this to even consider teaching. Fine. Oops, that didn't work. Chili should teach though. So should Turing. And all of you guys should teach. Okay. Wait, what? What just happened?
Everything is fine. Okay, 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 guys. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay. I need to change that. Anyways, um, hold on. Since you can't teach online. I'd like to learn Python more as a scripting language to go with Java. Uh, I don't know this well enough, but does Python go with Java? Okay, anyways, raid, raid. Is that the one where Snow was doing it where you can code against people live and interesting. Oh, Clash of Code, Clash of Code. Raid RW Grim. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, if you're a sub, use that. If you're a follower, use that. I don't know what else I was gonna do. Yeah, I don't know what else I was gonna do, guys. I'm tired. I'm stressing about baby. Okay, but bye, guys. I appreciate you all so much. I will hopefully be back on Wednesday, depending on how baby is. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, guys. Okay, and yes, I know, my screen still has my old name, okay? Okay? Okay. Bye, guys. I appreciate you. Oh my god, I can't end my stream.